What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Real Reds Talk. This is your review for the game against Barcelona. Manchester United 2, Barcelona 2 at the Nou Camp. A game full of activities, full of goals, full of moments, which we're going to break down in parts. We've got Adam and Sam on the show. Adam, obviously, returning back from the watch along alongside myself. And Sam, I'm going to start off with you. Fresh thoughts. What did you think about that game?
What a fucking game. How entertaining was that? I'm sure neutrals around the world were... I'm sorry, I'm just checking. My mic is working and your mic is working. Yes, we're all good. Yeah, what an absolute thriller. Absolutely loved every minute of it. A little bit sort of panicky towards the end, and Barcelona were trying to win it. But I thought with a couple of major players out and not a lot of options on the bench, I think Ten Hag tactically sort of outwitted Xavi, especially with the way he sort of set his team up and stuff like that. I thought we should have taken a lot of the chances that we had. I think that's probably what's cost us winning the game. But overall, I'm quite happy with the result and quite happy with the performance.
Yeah, I think most United fans will take that, to be honest, including myself. Adam, 2-2, great game to watch. Obviously, of course, you was alongside me with the watch along. You take it back to Old Trafford now, where you would think the advantage is on us. How did you see that game? And then we'll go through the game kind of chronologically together.
It's a weird one because going into it, I felt a bit confident, and obviously we conceded first through. For me, it was poor marking from Fred on Alonso, but we managed to go. We took the lead eventually. We did, and we were looking good. We were looking in cruise control. Hit them maybe for a third, go 3-1 up. But I thought the quality of the goals that we can see, it was very, very poor today, and it speaks volumes where you're kind of, you're away at the Nou Camp. You draw 2-2, but you're kind of walking away still feeling a little element of disappointment, because I think they were there for the taking. And for me, I think we're the better team tonight, and we deserve to win. We had the best clear-cut chances. But look, it's all to play for in the second leg, and I think we have the slight advantage with us being at home. The crowd really need to be up for it next Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. It's weird, isn't it, Sam? Because the first half I felt was completely different to the second. There were still chances either way, but the first 10 minutes we start really well. Seems like we're really up for it. The pendulum's swinging every 10 minutes. Different chances for Barcelona. But one key thing we noticed in the watch along was the sloppiness of the passes. Kept giving it away, didn't we?
Fred was guilty of that a couple of times. I thought overall Fred played well, but he gave a lot of passes away just consistently. I saw a couple of little flicks and back heels that we were trying for some reason. Don't know why we were doing that. Yeah. It's not the game to be doing that. You need to make sure your passing is on point, because as you saw when we give the ball away, which Wan-Bissaka did, he kept letting the ball run across his body. You give him opportunities, and you can't do that against Barcelona. You just can't, and it will cost you. And that's like Adam said, mistakes cost you goals against Barcelona. We did it a couple of times against Leeds and got away with it. Barcelona can't do that, and you have to take your chances again, which we didn't do. I'm hoping when we come back to Old Trafford that Ten Hag gets into him and says you have to make sure your passing is 100%, and every pass counts. You can't be doing little flicks and giving it away carelessly like that. It's not acceptable, especially in this sort of level of competition.
Yeah. That was one thing we was absolutely drilling him about when it added the fact that the Wan-Bissaka kept letting it run down there. Fred misplacing passes, which you do get with him, which you get two sides with Fred, don't you? You get the good side and you get the bad side, which we know we've spoken about so many times. But he did some really good things off the ball, including the assist for the goal, which again we're going to talk about a little bit later on. But that first half, Wan-Bissaka and Fred were shocking, weren't they?
Oh, they were abysmal. And we say it with Fred the whole time. He can be the opposition's best player, and he can be our best player then the next half. It's a constant. It constantly happens, honestly, and I don't know what it is, because at times you're looking at him and you're thinking there's a player in there, and he has a Brazilian passport for a reason, and I don't know why he just can't do it consistently. And then with Wan-Bissaka, I know during the watch along, I just kept saying, why is he letting the ball run? Take the touch. Don't let it run. Because he got caught out twice. I know, was it in the first half, I think, 2 big chances, the Jordi Alba chance, and then there was a whole penalty shout about that, but he ended up winning the ball. But against Barcelona, you're not you're not going to get away with that. They're going to punish you, and we've seen it tonight. Like mistakes punish you, and we should have. I wish we took our chances, but we didn't. But look, it's all to play for in the next game next Thursday. Looking forward to it, but I'd make a bit of a tactical change, and I think those are two players that could potentially, be hauled out of the team next week.
Sabitzer in, Andallo in, Wan-Bissaka out, and the other one out. Of course, a couple of players potentially missing for Barcelona, which we was discussing as well, in XAVI and Pedro, who could be out, and a couple more. Just to finish off that first half, Sam, like I said, a pendulum swinging both ways. Barca had their chances, we had theirs. But we arguably had the biggest one with Wout. Weghorst misses a huge chance. He needs to finish that, doesn't he?
That's his bread and butter, that, isn't it? Ball in, straight to his feet. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I know he's getting a bit hassled by the defender, but like you've seen him do that. Like I've watched stuff like he did for Wolfsburg and stuff like that. He scores that sort of thing all the time. Like he does that stuff. And it's getting to a point now where he's playing well and he's getting in good positions and he's linking up play, but he's not scoring goals. He needs to start scoring goals. And like when you get put on a plate like that, there's another opportunity later for Sancho, which is very similar, but for like Weghorst, that's on a plate for you, mate. You have to bury that, put it either side of the goalkeeper. It's a goal, and he just hit it straight at him. And Ter Stegen's a great goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong; he put in some great saves, but that is a striker's opportunity. Put it either side of him, goalkeeper hasn't got an opportunity. If you just hit it straight at the goalkeeper, like it's easy. It's easy stop for him. So he's got to do so much better, and it's a shame because then it could have been a different game. We score that, so it might be a different game at that point.
Yeah, very frustrating. And there's something we've been talking about on the channel for a couple of weeks now, that Weghorst does a job and it's fantastic. He opens up other passing lanes for the attackers around him, but he needs to be more clinical in these situations. He's got 1 goal in 7 games, I think it is, or 1 goal in 8 games, something along the lines of that. So needs to be more clinical. And if that would have been Robert Lewandowski in that position,
that's a goal.
He's one of the best strikers on the planet. That's a goal, that, and you might end up winning that game. So it's fine margins. We move into the second half, Adam. A couple more big chances missed. I remember you saying when Sancho on his left foot, if you remember it, like he needs to finish that as well, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And we've seen it even against Liverpool. You're initially thinking, oh, will he take it with his left foot? Or will he? And then he ended up taking a touch and actually controlling it and putting it into the back of the net then. But I thought he swung his left foot at it. He didn't even think, he was kind of leaning back at the time, and he put it well wide. Like it was nowhere actually close to the goal, which is disappointing. It was a big chance in that second half. And he was quiet. I know Sancho. Yeah, I was going to say that he's being very quiet. He was this game, but look, it's a very big game to throw him into away at the Nou Camp, given he's been away for quite a while. I think if Anthony was fit, he probably would have started. Hopefully we might see that next week, and then Jadon can be, more effective off the bench later in the game. But we're going to have to wait to see that. But quiet night for him tonight, and a big chance missed. Again, I'm just disappointed we didn't walk away with a win.
I know. Sam, sparks into life. Unfortunately, not for us, for the Barcelona crowd. Marcos Alonso scores at the back post. Does Fred need to do better there?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably argue he loses his man too easily, doesn't he? And lets him go, and it's in the back of the net. And we said, I think we cursed it, didn't we? We said, we can get at Alonso. He's a liability. He puts it in the back of the net at the other end, which is
typical, isn't it?
A bit gutting. But yeah, maybe Fred lets him go. But again, I've been saying about this for Fred for ages. He offers so much for certain games, and he's great at so many different things. But then sometimes he makes me pull my skin off. Like he's irritating to the point of just like I can't. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. No. In the way of a horror film, they're in the mirror and they're just peeling the face.
Right, okay. Just to clarify that. I was just double checking.
Shout out to Football Hexagon in the chat. He's put, hey, congratulations, you've won this tie. Your team will beat Barca in the second leg. Hope so, mate. Absolutely hope so. Shout out to you.
Crossed.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he needs to do better. You can't defend him because you know what Fred is. Like, this is what he does. He's just, it is what it is. Football Hexagon, our clown manager, handed you this game. You're not a fan of XAVI? Football Hexagon. I'm surprised. Very surprised.
Yeah, but likewise, he does something really good for Rashford's goal, which was the next one. Literally 2 minutes later, we get the exact reaction that you want, and then the finish from Rashford, Adam. Oh my God! Oh, how good was that?
It's just popped up there on the TV. Like the fact that he's actually picked it on the near post, and Ter Stegen's a really, really good keeper, may I add as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's managed to squeeze it in from there, but the fella, he's in the form of his life, and I think Shreya's put it out in the chat during the watch along, saying he's now equaled his best goal scoring season for us.
Yeah.
So anything from now till the end of the season, and given his current form, he's going to keep scoring. Like he's probably the best striker in Europe right now. But I know he plays sort of on the left, but
he does both.
Goal scoring.
Yeah, even when he's quiet, he scores goals. Like he didn't arguably have a great game, did he?
10 games, didn't it?
Yeah. Like he didn't arguably have a great game tonight. Like I wouldn't have picked him as a standout player, but he scored a massive, massive goal. And that's what you want from your
another.
Exactly. That's what you want from your striker. Yeah. That's what you want.
Exactly. Yeah. Even when they're quiet, they still pop up with a goal contribution, and it showed it there. And I still think he was fouled on that one chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Referee, I think, had a mirror tonight for us, but look, he's going to be a big game player, especially in the next leg for this. We need him. Hopefully, he can grab another goal against Leicester at the weekend, keep the form going, and the confidence going.
He's on an absolute roll at the minute. And then straight after that goal, the game kind of kicked to life. Then it was kind of what we was expecting prior going into this game. And one thing we all mentioned as well, which a lot of the situations kind of happened around, was Jules Koundé. Like the foul, which we're going to touch on in a second, but then the second goal that we score, coming from a Koundé own goal from Rashford again, skinning his man, drilling it into the box, ping-ponging about, and then bounces off Koundé. But them type of goals, Sam, you take them all day, innit?
Yeah, you don't care. Like I think I said in the chat, I don't care how it goes in. Just put it in the back of the net. If it goes off the referee's ass, I don't give a shit. As long as it counts and it goes in the back of the net, I'll take it all day, every day. I was originally shouting Casemiro because I thought Casemiro might have gotten a touch, and then obviously on the replay, it's like, is he going off his shoulder? Like almost like his chest and his shoulder?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it back. Everything went lightning quick for me. Yeah. I'll have to watch everything back because I can't even remember.
I think it was, and I think shortly, like later on, he got switched back to centre back, didn't he? Because he was playing at right back for a while, or was it the other way around? Was it no?
Koundé, you want about?
Yeah, Koundé was supposed. He normally plays right back, doesn't he? But he was at centre back, and then I think they switched him after that when they realised Rashford's playing down the middle instead, and they realised they had to like deal with it.
I think XAVI doing that though, Sam, highlights that the thing again that we've talked about, that area where Kessie and Koundé operates is a space where Rashford can hurt him, and he obviously noticed that pre-game and changed it about, didn't he?
Yeah, for sure. XAVI's getting an absolute ass ripping from this football hexagon in the chat. Just not happy with it at all. No Christensen, no Balde, our best left back. What do you expect? Anyways, congratulations. I wish we would have got Eric Ten Hag instead of this bum clown bottling big games. Only a clown rotates his squad in important fixtures. Is he really that worried about Cadiz? Jesus Christ, he's not happy. This Barca fan.
So, XAVI, if you're watching,
don't watch.
You've not got a fan there.
Oh, Jesus.
Very, very harsh. But look, Madrid and Barca have these very, very high standards to do. I don't think many managers would have lasted if they went through a similar phase as us. The fans would have just jumped ship. But I think Barca are kind of going through that rebuilding stage, and I think we're a little ahead of them in that sense. But you're going to have to take the bad times. You're still top of your domestic league. You're more than likely going to win your domestic league as well. So you have to remember that.
It's the first time, I think, outside of European competition, that's the first time they've conceded, I think, like in open play. I don't think they've conceded in open play. I think the only goals they've had against them is like pens and free kicks and stuff. So like you can't. I don't understand the criticism of, but I don't watch Barcelona week in, week out, so I don't know.
Again, it's just an evidence. Well, there's clear evidence that these are both two really good managers with really good players both got tactical acumen, and it's just where we're at. It's where two of the best teams in the world at the minute, in my personal opinion. I want to touch on the equaliser from Barcelona in a second, but there was a couple of decisions before that, Sam, where the Rashford there was penalty contact, was it outside the box, and then it goes to the other end and they give a free kick to XAVI, and you're like, what was your thoughts on that?
I think originally I was like, is that a pen? And then when I saw it, obviously I think the contact was outside of the box, and it is a foul. Like I thought it should have been a foul because later on when it went back up the other end and XAVI gets it, pretty much the exact same foul. Like slight amount of contact on the ankle and he goes down outside the box. So if that's a foul, then ours should have been a foul, surely. Like I don't understand why that decision wasn't given. Why VAR didn't look at it. I don't get it. I really don't understand that decision, and it could have cost us as well. Like the free kick, like obviously like didn't end up going in, but it could have cost us that, and we should have had a free kick at the other end.
And Koundé was involved in that again, Adam, kind of getting caught by Rashford in behind. You think if he's 1-on-1 there, you put your money on him to finish it, wouldn't you?
Well, you would 100%, especially with given the goal that he just scored on that tight angle on the keeper's near post. There was once or twice with Rashford, you're screaming, "Oh, hit it across the keeper," but he kept kind of going for that near post.
That where he skied it on the right hand side. You're like, "Oh, just cut across, man, here across the keeper."
Exactly, and I think that's going to be a point that Ten Hag's going to actually drill into him for next week. So you might see it a bit more if he actually has that space going in. But Koundé involved a lot, and I know there was last season. I think Chelsea were in for him, so I was kind of looking at that, kind of looking at bits of him when he played at Sevilla. I thought this decent player, but tonight he didn't look that great, if I'm being honest.
No. Uncomfortable he looked, didn't he? I think Rashford had his number for most of the game, to be honest. So yeah, again, reoccurring theme throughout the full game: pendulum swinging, chances both halves, both sides, excuse me, and then ultimately Rafinha. What do you think about that goal, Sam? Can Malacia do better? I have to watch it back. I still haven't seen it back yet.
I'd need to watch it back. Like for me, it doesn't look like he does much wrong. And again, originally I thought Lewandowski gets a touch, but he doesn't, does it? It just goes straight past him. And then like shortly after they hauled him off, didn't they, Rafinha?
I was surprised that, wasn't it?
It's a weird decision. Like I thought he was Barcelona's best player, to be honest. Like I thought he was in form, causing a lot of danger and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd have to go back and look at it and see if Malacia could have done better. But when you've got that sort of quality on pitch, there's a reason they paid. What was it, 60 million they paid for him? From Leeds. There's a reason they paid it for him. Like he's clearly a talented player. And the only reason he wasn't in the Barca team was because Dembele was keeping him out. He was in absolutely scintillating form. Should read out a couple of comments because the chat is a bit mental.
Yeah, just being a lot.
So his media house, what a game. TS7, XAVI needs to grab his teddy and go to bed, the little shit he has. So his media house, Rashford destroyed Koundé numerous times. Football hexagon, it's not about the title. It was about the occasion. Playing against inform United is not what we do every week. Should have given his all, but hey, respect. I really do like and respect Eric Ten Hag. Come over to United side hexagon. We'll welcome you. Like, come to United. It's great over here.
Join us.
Yeah. So his media house. First time I saw XAVI and Pedri, they weren't that great. Impressed with Ansu Fati. And Dave is asking Football Hexagon, how do you think XAVI lines up against the next game with no XAVI and maybe no Pedri? So yeah, interesting.
Thank you for everyone who's putting your comments in. Really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to spend it with us. And yeah, we're going to get into the rating system very shortly. So make sure you get your man of the match in and let us know as we go through the ratings how you saw each individual performance. Adam, just very quickly touch on that Rafinha goal for us. Was it a mistake on our part, or was it just one of them where you put a cross into the box? It's kind of it bounces at the right spot, doesn't it, and then goes over the keeper. Usually you see that from like a set piece, don't you?
Yeah, you're looking at it in the early build-up. Varane gave it away really, really cheaply. Yeah, you're hoping he just kicks it up the pitch at that point, just get it away. But he gave it away to the wrong sort of player. You're hoping that it's returning to their keeper, but it was returning more so. I think it could have been Sergio Roberto. I think during the watch along, I might have been screaming early at Malacia, just close him down really, really fast. I was like, get out to him. but he ended up just like sitting back, and he's a left footer, Rafinha, at the end of the day. So if Malacia got out there, maybe he would have kind of done the dummy and tried to pull it wide. But then he's on his right foot, where it's not as big of a chance. But if you're giving him all the time in the world to actually cross the ball on his left foot, like you're calling for a goal to go into the back of net, and. But despite conceding it, I was kind of hoping it was Lewandowski for my bet because I think we both would have won money for that. But sadly, it wasn't.
Have you got a touch? Like, if you're going to get like a blow towards the end, you want it to be your bet. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully you're winning on the end of it. But I think Malacia, I think our fullbacks didn't have the best of games. We might see a bit of a change in the second leg. But second goal, 2 cheap goals to give away. Poor marking, and I looked at the replay there, and who was it? Alonso was actually Malacia's man that he was man marking. I know we were kind of going in on Fred, so that's something that we missed during the watch along. So Malacia didn't have the best of games today. Both kind of goals came from his kind of position he was occupying. So will we see a bit of a change? Hopefully we will. For me, I put Luke Shaw on the left. Put Martinez back in, Leach back in there. But we have our 2 big changes and 2 probably biggest criticisms for the team tonight. We can change them out in the next leg.
Yeah. Well, we've got Leicester next on Sunday, so make sure you come and join us for the preview for that. But obviously, we're going to have the preview for the second leg, which is very exciting because that game was an absolute barn burner. Let's do the ratings then, lads.
Before you go on, Nick, can we just say, I think we were lacking in options from the bench, weren't we? There was we couldn't change anything. If you've got a Sabitzer, a Leacher, an Anthony, a Martial on the bench, you can change stuff there and you can possibly win the game. We just had the only person we had on the bench that could probably change anything is Garnacho. That's it.
Yeah. You look at Barcelona's bench. You brought Ferran Torres off the bench, very experienced attacker. Well, a good attacker who's come over from Man City. But Ansu Fati off the bench. They've got they've got talented players on there, and they've got people injured as well. They could have had Rafinha on the bench today. Dembele's injured. They've got actual depth because they did a madness, as we know, over the summer. We know all too well about. Anyways, let's do the ratings then. We'll strive through them. David De Gea made some fantastic saves today. I know he concedes 2, but the corner can't really do much about. And then the cross that Rafinha puts in, you can't blame him for that either. So I thought he was actually really good today. David De Gea made 2 or 3 really important stops. Adam?
Yeah, we're doing obviously the alphabetical kind of rating now, aren't we? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Would you maybe?
And you have minus or plus as well.
B minus.
Season average. Yeah, B minus. You can go with that. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Sam, would you agree with that?
No, I hate to bring this up every single thing, but his distribution is shocking. It's fucking shit. Every time he kicks the ball out, it goes to a Barcelona player. It's just I'm fucking over it at this point. I'm just so sick of we can never counter. Barcelona have an opportunity, and every other goalkeeper, Edison, Alisson, even Jose Sarr, what's the keeper who plays for Brighton?
Raya?
Yeah, Raya for Brentford.
Brentford, sorry, Raya.
Yeah. All these players, they just kick it and there's a counter attack down onto the winger or into the midfield and it's out. And he just gives it to the Barcelona players every time, and it's doing my fucking head in. On the other side of the coin, fantastic saves from him, absolutely brilliant shot stopping, kept us in the game. There was a Lewandowski chance, I believe, right in the first half, made the save. There was a really good catch as well. And stuff like that. So that's the 2 sides of David De Gea. Much like Fred, he does his goal saving ability is stunning. But everything else leaves me lacking, and it really is. It's getting on my nerves now. It's really so for me. It'd be a C plus. I'd give him. He's getting on my nerves. He's really getting on my nerves.
Well, me, I've got B minus. You got C plus. But let us know in the comment section what you thought of David De Gea's performance, because I do agree with a lot of what Sam was saying there. So I take your point absolutely. Wan-Bissaka not getting a good score from me. I thought the amount of times he was letting it run beyond it. How many times did we say Adam in the watch along? Why is he just letting it go beyond him?
I think it was 3 times. I saw.
Him and Fred combined had double digits where they just give the ball away. He was not the Wan-Bissaka that we've seen since he's been rejuvenated under Eric Ten Hag. I thought he went back a little bit to the Wan-Bissaka under Ole, and there was a lot of the times where balls were putting into the box, and he was like that next to Varane, where he tucks in too much. And then the left-hand side then with Jordi Alba and Gavi was just so much space for him. And could have very nearly given away a penalty as well if he was like a millisecond behind. So I think Wan-Bissaka, I don't know, I'll probably give him a C-, to be honest. I didn't think he was great today at all. But I'll let you lads be the harsh ones if you want to be harsh. Adam?
Yeah, even like, I know you touched on the defensive side of things, but even when we were going forward, he seemed to nearly kill attacks at times. He was like doing the overlap every now and then, fair enough. But if Dallow's in that position, you're getting a better quality pass at the end of it. And even defensively, he was just out of pocket. He was just letting the ball roll, and it's not like him to be doing that. Like you said, 3-4 times he's let the ball kind of roll where he should have taken a touch, and then it's like a 2v1 on him every time. And we're lucky 2 or 3 times we potentially could have given away a goal there. I can't give anything less than a C- today, I suppose. You know what? I give probably De Gea a C+, and I give Wan-Bissaka a C-.
I thought you gave De Gea a B-, didn't you? Because I said I.
Oh, did I give him a B-?
Yeah, so you're bumping him down there a little bit. Sam, would you agree with Wan-Bissaka's assessment there?
Yeah, not great today. It's like the pressure of the game got to him, and he went back, like you said, went back to the Wan-Bissaka we know before, and started doing all the stuff that we can't stand, and the reason why we wanted him out of the team and wanted him sold. It's like you said, tucking in too far, not taking touches, being calm on the ball, make it like even his forward play wasn't great today. Like normally he's really good. He takes plays on, he has a little dink. Even that wasn't great today. Just wasn't at the races at all. And I wanted to start Dalot. Like I think I said, I know we did. I wasn't on the preview, but when we were speaking about it in another video, I was saying I would start Dalot, and I thought Ten Hag would start Dalot, but obviously he went Wan-Bissaka. But I think he might change that in the second leg. Yeah, it was not great at all. C- as well for me. I think he needs to start booking. What's the phrase? Booking his ideas up, because you can't continue on with that sort of performance. Not against Barcelona.
Yeah, fair enough. As I said about partnership, Raphael Varane, Luke Shaw. A couple of moments for me where Varane was a little bit caught in sticky situations. Not like the Varane we usually see. But he wasn't awful. He still did, bits in the air. Was quite good in his ground drills and stuff. So I just give Varane a standard C. I don't know what you think, Adam.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I pointed out earlier there with Malacia, he kind of gave away the ball very, very cheaply for the Rafinha goal. And he also kind of picked up a booking as well. So I couldn't go anything higher than ready a C today.
Shaw as well. Do we agree both of them on a C? Or would you assess it differently, Sam?
Varane, I think C is probably fair. He was trying to get a goal. Like he was up for a lot of corners and attacks, like getting his head on stuff. So he wanted to score against Barcelona, which I know he's done for Real Madrid before. So he clearly wanted to score, which was nice to see. But yeah, defense wasn't awful today, but it wasn't at its best. Like I've seen better performances from that defensive lineup. I've seen better ones. I just think. Yeah, he's had better games, but I think it's a slight blip. He wasn't awful, so I give him a C. And then Shaw, I'll probably give a C+ because I thought he offered a little more. I thought he was a little better. Lewandowski had a very tough time against him at times. I thought he shut him down quite effectively.
He really got caught though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did
that one opportunity where he got in front of him. I think he kind of learned from that, didn't he?
Yeah, the one opportunity he got, but after that, Lewandowski didn't really sort of threaten much at all. So I'd give a C+ to Luke Shaw, and I'd give a C to Varane.
Okay, Adam, you get the decider on that then. What?
I think tonight Shaw was the better of the two. He didn't get the booking, and I thought he also kind of broke forward at certain times, especially in the first half, really, really well. Kind of nearly getting on the edge of the box, taking the play forward. Especially early on in the first half, but. I know he made that one kind of mistake on Lewandowski, but it wasn't punished, and it's a result business at the end of the day. Varane kind of gave away the ball just before the Rafinha goal, so I kind of rate him a bit higher, so C+ to them.
And he's a left back at centre back at the Nou Camp. Like it's you can't get much tough test than that. So C+, yeah, I'm happy to give him that. Malacia, again, in parts, I thought he was really good, but in parts, I thought he was really bad as well. I don't know if I'd put him in the same bracket as Wan-Bissaka, potentially at times. It's a tough one for me. That I'll let you guys take the floor with Malacia because I'm struggling. I don't know what category to put him in. Bit mixed on that.
Go on, Adam.
Tough one because I'd probably give him a D plus. Like it's his man on the corner at the end of the day, and also I know I was screaming at him during the watch along just to get out to Rafinha before the cross came in. So how I see it, it was both goals were kind of more or less his fault, and tough lesson kind of learn, especially at the Nou Camp. But I think next week we're not going to see Malacia playing anyway. I probably give him a D plus.
In my personal opinion, I thought he was better than Wan-Bissaka, and I give Wan-Bissaka a C minus. Sam, so you get the deciding.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I thought Wan-Bissaka was the worst of the two. I thought Malacia had a slightly, and it's not by much. It's like a very short margin. Yeah. I thought slightly better. There's more to come from Malacia. I think he's still. Again, you got to remember it's his first season at United, first season at a big club, first season under Ten Hag. So I think there's more to come from him, and we've seen glimpses of it. So I've got a little more patience for Malacia than I have for Wan-Bissaka because I think he's had his opportunities, and I thought he was kicking on because he had his opportunity under Ten Hag and he was doing well, and then he's put in that sort of performance. So I'm hoping it's just a blip for Wan-Bissaka and he gets back to it. But with Malacia, I'm willing to give him a bit more time and a bit more patience to sort of develop.
So do you give him a C then? Because I give Wan-Bissaka C minus.
Yeah,
a C. Okay. Casemiro, does he just get the usual B? Like, because he was just he does everywhere. Things like there was a moment one day where he kind of chest bumped Varane, where he just showed Gavi like, listen, mate, I've been in this game for years. I've won numerous Champions Leagues and titles. You ain't gonna get this from me. Got a goal kick from it, and it just shows his class. Important to have him back in the squad today, and I'd give him a B.
It just shows why we need him. We play a lot better with him in the squad. It's going to be a bit of a worry now against Leicester without him because the team is just it's a different team when he does play.
It literally is a completely different team.
It is. He just gives you that kind of confidence, even in the midfield, the kind of further midfield players and the forwards as well. I'd have to give him a B today because I think I never spoke any bad words of the guy during the watch time. I was like, look at the class there where he's like, kind of held the ball, waited till the players come, won the goal kick from it, or won the corner. And that's what you want from a DM as well. And of course, he had the chance as well. The one shot on target, I'll take it. I won money from that. So I had to give him a B today.
Yeah. He nearly scored an own goal as well, didn't
he? Yeah. I thought I was well up for him scoring, but didn't happen, so it is what it is. I think our midfield looks so much calmer and so much more at ease when he's in the team. Like there's so much panic if our midfield gets attacked and like pressed when he's not there. Like you saw it at Leeds. Leeds were like mauling our midfield at times when he wasn't there.
Yeah,
like absolutely mauling it, and it does worry me against Leicester because they've got some very good midfielders in there. That it could happen the same thing, but just again, is he ever put in like a less than B rated performance?
It's been a couple of ways come back. Like we said at the start of the game, didn't we, Adam, with Casemiro, where sometimes when he's had a couple of games off or whatever, he's a bit like out of sync with it and his rhythm's a little bit off, but then it took him 5-10 minutes and he was like bang, straight involved then. But yeah, he's 9.99 out of 10. He's consistent. I want to get through a couple of the next ones quite quick because we're running short of time. Fred and Bruno, how did you see both their performances? I'd give Fred... Again, it's tough with Fred because in the first half, he give it away so many fucking times. But then again, you get what you get with Fred. He put the assist for Rashford is fucking really, really good. The weight of pass is perfect. He does a job in that midfield, but he leaves me scratching my head, Fred, because I'm like, I don't know what to give him. I actually like... What do you give him? I don't know.
You don't really know what to give him. I think just on average, he averages a C. Yeah, honestly, because in the first half, he'll be absolutely abysmal. You put him nearly on an F rating, because he keeps giving the ball away. But then second half, he pops up with like a B plus, an A minus. He would.
Yeah.
And you're just like you got to meet in the middle. You do, combining the both halves. Pops up with the assist. I think there was one chance he had as well, really, really good chance. I think he just put it wide. But it's the story with Fred. Like, he's the opposition's best player one half, and then he's our best player in the second half.
Yeah.
So you got to meet in the middle. See.
Yeah. See, Sam.
Yeah, I've got a new analogy. It's kind of like going to the bar and asking for your favorite drink, and the bartender goes, "Oh, it's on the house," and you're like, "Oh, amazing!" You take the drink, and as you take a slip, it just smacks you across the face, like proper.
Yeah.
And you're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Enjoy your drink, mate." And you're confused about what you're like.
You got it for free, but
you got it for free, but you've just been smacked across the face. You're just confused.
You walk away with your drink, and you're like, okay.
You go back to the table, like, "What happened?" I was like, "I got this for free."
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, but then he hit me across the face.
Yeah.
I thought you're left in this limbo of like, I don't know what to do, and I just think Fred is less effective when he's starting a game. I think he's way more effective as a substitute. Bring him on last 20 minutes when you need some energy, you need to close the game down, or you need to disrupt the game, the rhythm of the opposition. I think that's when he's at his best. But we just haven't got the squad depth at the minute to do it. I think had Sabitzer have been available, I think he starts that game.
I think the return leg, he might start.
Yeah.
It's a bit so,
Yeah.
to be honest. I'd certainly look at that because I think that's a well-balanced field.
C. I go C, yeah. Because, like you said, one side of him, absolute shocking. Other side, he's got an assist for the goal. So,
all right, let's try roll through these ones then. Bruno, I thought he was good. Off the ball, really good. So important. There was tackles he was putting in near the back of the pitch where I was just like, if he's not there, there's the wrong goal there. And me personally, I thought he had a good game. Slightly, obviously, better than Fred, so I'd give him a C+. Adam?
Yeah, I think C+ is a fair assessment. I could be wrong, but I think he might have got an actual flick on for the Kunde own goal as well that Rashford kind of drilled in.
He did, yeah.
So it's like an assist for an own goal as well that is there. Really, really important. The guy, I don't know what is. He's just an engine. He is. Like, he'll play 90 minutes like 3-4 times a week if he could.
Never gets injured. He's never injured.
Yeah,
no, he's never injured. And
reliable.
And that's what you want in players as well. Like, there's a lot of criticism always, popping up with numbers this season. But he's playing every minute of every single game, and that's a rarity to find in a player these days as well.
And putting a fucking shift in while doing it.
I think it
covers more ground.
I think the commentator said he's got 106 goal involvements in 120 odd games. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. He's a really important player for us, and he put in a really important shift today at, big pitch, Nou Camp, big atmosphere. He didn't shy away from that, and he was involved heavily in the game. So, we all with C+.
I'd move on to these? I'd go B- personally, but
okay. Adam, deciding one.
I think C+. I think Casemiro had a slightly better game.
Okay. Jadon Sancho, again, quiet today. It felt like it was kind of... I felt like he needed Luke Shaw a little bit on that left-hand side. I think that relationship unlocked Sancho to do what he wants, whereas Malacia was kind of struggling a little bit with Rafinha.
Too much too soon, wasn't it, for Sancho?
Yeah.
Like, this game came too soon for him. Like, he should have been starting this game.
Probably slightly below average for what I expect from Jadon anyway. I'd give him a minus. Lads.
See, I don't think he had as bad of a game as Wan-Bissaka or Malacia. So I'd probably just give...
That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's different, obviously, defensive and offensively. But you're thinking about a defensive error. Does it equal kind of an attack in a miss, a big chance miss? You're kind of putting them on even terms. I think C-. Yeah, I'd probably give him kind of in the same bracket as them, C-.
Sam?
Yeah, C-. That opportunity he squandered, knocked him down to C-. Should have scored that.
Yeah.
Should have scored.
Vegor, similar rating for me. That chance he missed in the first half was fucking criminal. Absolutely criminal. And the thing we've spoken about before the game, one question I asked in the preview was, we're happy with the job that he's doing, but he's not scoring enough goals for a striker. He's got 1 goal in 7 games, which just, whether you're from Besiktas, Burnley, whatever it is, if you sign for United, you expected at least a 1 in 3 or a 1 in 2 return. And he's not doing that at the minute. But I appreciate that he does a really good job off the ball to open up other passing lanes for other players. So I don't want to be too harsh, but I'd put him in a similar bracket to Sancho, where I want more from him. And I'd say C-.
Yeah, C- again. Massive chance in that first half. Should have scored. I don't know why he's gone straight at the keeper. He had more time than he actually, I think he thought he did have.
He's stronger, wasn't he? He's stronger than that defender. Yeah. He can hold that defender off, and he just rushed the shot rather than sort of holding it off, setting his sights, and then just putting it in a corner.
Yeah.
You're just hoping that it's Rashford at the end of that chance. Like, if it's Rashford, it's a goal.
Martial's a goal. Martial is on that.
Martial too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Martial scores that 9 times out of 10. But look, at the end of the day, the guy, he's come from Besiktas, and it's been like, Glazer. I suppose a kind of Glazer signing, loan signing, hasn't cost much. Hopefully one of the last few kind of Glazer signings that we see. But it's clear and obvious the positions that we need to actually improve on. Centre made kind of that box-to-box kind of role, or more free role, kind of passing role, and a number 9. So absolutely. I think C- today.
Yeah, we're all in agreement with that. C- for this about. Yeah. And then the last guy, how do we introduce him? What a guy! What a fucking man he is. I mean, he's just alongside Casemiro, our most important player by a stretch. Was involved. Obviously, the first goal, the finish was unbelievable, like world class level of a finish. Even the Ter Stegen at his near post, the power, accuracy, phenomenal. And then his involvement in the second goal, where he skins a man and manages to get it into the box to Bruno, I think, again, was two of the most important things in the game, arguably, that for us. So for me, he's man of the match, and I give him a B+.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give him a B+ too. Involved in both goals. Fact that he bet the man on the second goal, especially. I think it might have been Jordi Alba going out. I could be wrong.
Maybe it's defender as well.
Exactly. I know Bruno kind of got a bit of a flick, but it's all Rashford at the end of the day, rushing into the box. And he's goal then. I don't know how he's managed to squeeze it in. And even when we were kind of in the first half, the ball was kind of behind them. But the fact that he managed to generate that sort of kind of, power and kind of placement on it, it was a really, really good save. So B+ today, I thought, like, the guy, he's on fire right now.
Yeah,
you can't give him anything less than B+, honestly.
Yeah. He's, like you said, one of our most important players, if not our most important. He's the only guy who's scoring goals on the regular. Like Adam said, that finish is insane against one of the world's best keepers at his near post is ridiculous. Like, I don't know how you do that, but he did it, and then he was involved in the second. And also, he's not even playing in one singular position, game in, game out. He's been thrown all over the place. He's playing the right wing, he's playing the left, sometimes playing 10, he's been up front, down the middle. Like, he's been all over the place. He's been dragged, like, from position to position, and he's still consistently performing and scoring goals and doing and saving us each and every game. He's like, if we hadn't got Rashford, where would we be? Like, you know what I mean? We'd be out of several competitions. We'd be down in the league. We probably would have lost that game. Like, the guy is a clutch player at the end of the day. Like, he's absolutely on fire. And I think Ten Hag was right. It's like he said he wouldn't be shocked if he scored over 20 odd goals. Like, and he probably
already got it.
Well, I think he meant in the league.
Oh, right. Well, in all comps, he's 22, I think, and he'll get past 30.
Yeah.
In all comps, which insane. Is obviously, what you want from a United attacker.
Insane.
But
yeah,
considering the drop off from last year, like, to now,
yeah, B+, absolute ridiculous, really, really good performance from him, and I hope I see something the same, if not better, at Old Trafford.
Yeah, unbelievable performance. What a game as well, especially the second half. Fantastic. From the lads, and fantastic from Marcus Rashford. And yeah, big up Eric Ten Hag as well, because to take United team to the Nou Camp, where we haven't won or scored since '99, I think it was, with Dwight York and Andy Cole, is phenomenal, and to put in that performance where arguably you could probably say we were the better team in a lot of the parts, and we had the best chances. So yeah, we roll on to the second leg, which is next week, I believe, which obviously we'll do the same again, preview, review, watch along as always. Leicester ahead on the weekend. We're going to have the preview for that, watch along, of course. And then what day we're on Thursday? So tomorrow will be a breaking news show, I believe, with an FPL roundup.
There's going to be some serious news tomorrow. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's
big news.
It's deadline for the bids going in. So we're going to probably hear more about that. So there's going to be some interesting news. You want to tune in.
And again, thank you. It's already kicking off as well, isn't it, on Twitter? It's all over Twitter.
It's all going off. So make sure
you next week. Just one regular day as a Manchester United fan. That's all I ask for.
We're going in for the club, new ownership. We've got 2 massive ties against Barcelona, a cup final, and a really important game against Leicester in the Premier League. So there is nowhere else you want to be on the planet than Real Red Stock. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash a like on the video, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, especially with this kind of news that's going on around the bid at the minute. Adam, thank you for coming on.
No problem. Always a pleasure. First watch along, I suppose, this season. You count a lot better than Rayo Vallecano in the pre-season anyway. But it felt like it went really, really fast. I enjoyed every minute of it. And hopefully I'll be on next week as well.
Absolutely. And Sam, likewise, as well, I appreciate you're not well at the minute, so thank you for coming on.
No worries. I wanted to talk about that game, so come hell or high water, I was going to talk about it. Follow all the socials as well, please. Some really cool stuff on the TikTok that Nick puts out like every single day. All the latest news and clips on the Instagram as well. And follow the Twitter for the latest breaking news updates. As always, the links are in the description, or they would just underneath be there, the handles. Lots of good lads on the show. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of them as these weeks go on, so come support us.
Yes, sir. Right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely weekend. And yeah, see you in a bit.
Peace.